Hello and welcome to our first ever YouTube channel,
where we're going to try to rebuild, restore and re-love classic cars with no mechanical knowledge whatsoever.
Well, she is right. We do have some manuals, the help of you guys, YouTube tutorials and all of these tools.
So here you go, this is the car we've chosen for our first project. So there is a reason why minis are so important to me. When I was a teenager, my granddad used to take me to do grass auto tests. He himself was an auto test champion, so I followed in his footsteps for a few years. There he is watching me. I was also his navigator on quite a few classic car rallies around England and Wales. And here's the classic minis at a Scarecrow festival that me and my granddad did. At our wedding, Max got taken to our wedding in the black Mini and they both played a part in our wedding day. Look at them. Absolutely gorgeous day.
It truly was an absolutely gorgeous day. And that really set in stone for me, my love for the classic minis. But for now, back to Katie who's going to start giving us a tour of our brand new Mini.
So starting with the roof. We have a sunroof. It is sealed and bolted shut, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet. But I think it's stitched into the lining on the top, so when we go into the interior, we're probably going to rip that out and see what we're left with. There is a few bits of rust on the top, around sort of like the ceiling edge. That is pretty common. There's quite a big one at the back here. If you want to zoom in on that. That's the biggest bit that we've found so far. We haven't lifted the car up, so we don't know what's going on underneath yet, but let's start with the top.
Yeah, once we get under the car, might be a different story.
But this side's pretty good. The paintwork is outstanding, to be honest. It looks really fresh. Nice. There's a little patch here that just sort of looks like it's been sanded down. So we're not sure what's happened there. Have a look inside this boot. What's going on in here? So, it is just completely bare. We've got just a wire that is completely burnt away. Again, lots of wires we're not sure work yet. And then a battery. And that's inside the little boot.
Amazing news, we have Star. She runs good. She sounds really good. Say the condition that she's in. This throttle assembly needs some work. Sort of works, but it's not great. Don't win any competitions. That's great. You see where the fan's spinning around and see where it's beating the shit out of that. I'm guessing that's where that's meant to go. I'm thinking that's the water pump now. Possibly. The alternator seems to be running. I don't think he's charging any batteries.
Hello.
Hi there. So you can see that it's a bit worse for wear in here. It's extremely dusty. Oh. From where it's been left outside.
In the desert.
One thing we need to change right away is the steering wheel isn't actually on properly. So that we've got a new steering wheel. You can see like these are not even tightened up. I can pull these out just with my fingers.
The steering wheel just falls off.
Yeah, when you're driving around, the steering wheel slips and then just comes off as you're driving around. So that's one thing we've got to fix right away. Then we've decided, I think, because of how shabby, oh my word, look at the rust.
Not looking too great under there.
No, seatbelts are actually missing. Here,
Dusty.
Dusty, it needs a clean. I'm guessing these are the bolts where the seat belts used to be. Underneath the seats are incredibly rusty, so are the brackets that are holding them on. So to be fair, it's only surface rust. Might be able to get these out and strip them down. The carpet needs to come out because it's not even on in some places. But look, the frame underneath looks really good. A little bit of surface rust, but looking at that, that's not really anything to worry about. Side bins are all right. The bench is sort of in. Your chair literally just came out.
Yeah.
I heard the bracket snap.
That came off in my hand.
Got a new gear lever coming. That's a surprise for another video because I've got a pretty cool setup coming for that. The handbrake is there. It kind of works-ish, but I can actually
fully move the car
without
while
it
it's on.
Rear view mirror missing. This is the sunroof that's bolted in, doesn't necessarily work or fit. And then we've got some really weird things going on with the electrics. This panel's completely missing, and all of this is peeling off. All the electrics under there. For some reason, the throttle pedal is actually masking taped up.
Not looking in its best shape.
So I don't know what you think, but I think because right now we're actually in an underground garage, we don't necessarily have the facilities to drop out an engine and start with the engine and the drivetrain and the gearbox and the wheels necessarily. So I think one of the easiest places for us to start to get started with this Mini is actually, what do you think, strip out the interior?
Yeah, I think so. The outside of it looks pretty good. There's only a little bit of rust, and the inside is the worst part. So why not start with the worst and work our way out to the best?
Well, I know straight away we can start. You could probably pull out that seat. It's never bolted in.
Because it is literally just loose. Like, not connected one bit, and we haven't touched that. That is literally completely like.
Oh my god. Oh wow, that's why they weren't even bolted in. And that's actually, well, that's just fallen out. That's actually bolted to the carpet.
Not even bolted to the subframe.
Right, next.
Right, what's next?
The rear seats.
The rear seat, okay.
Let's get them out.
How am I going to get this out
Just
then?
lift it out. They're not even in.
Oh, yeah. Not even in.
Cool.
Look at that. Nice.
They're looking pretty good, Nick, though. We might be able to get them reupholstered or something.
I wonder what the sponge and stuff inside looks like.
We'll see when we open it up.
Great. Right, stack this up. Back seat, the back.
Get in there, yep.
Get in. Oh yeah, not even connected again. Ow, fuck, that was my head.
Blooper. Let's have a look. Nice, the backside. Look at that. Beauty.
Yummy. Okay, what's next? Looks like it needs a pretty good clean.
Well, I'm thinking let's just strip the carpet. Let's get it out because it's not even fixed in place. Oh, that's where that switch bank went. We need that.
So we've got lights, hazards, fog lights.
Yeah, and then that's where the choke cable's meant to go. It's actually missing on the car right now.
Okay.
Start with, there's some bolts in the middle here. These can come out. On this side, keep these. I think these are for the seatbelts. Although when you do order new seatbelts, I do think that they come with new bolts, but you never know. Keep them all to one side, just in case. Well, one of the big things that we're gonna have to do is clean. I have to clean all of this. I mean, all this is just thick with dust. Right, fire extinguisher. I think that might come in handy.
Wow, it's just coming straight out.
That side. Yes.
dusty. Look at all that dust. Whew.
Nice. Oh, that's minging.
Rust and dust. Rust and dust. Oh. Rust indeed.
I'm not too concerned though, there's a couple rubber grommets missing. But all this is just surfaced. There's nothing like peeling through the body as we can see. It's all just surface. I mean, that bit of rust there, if I rub it with my finger, you can see?
Yeah.
It's just surface. So all it needs really, at least from that half back, is a really good clean. There's a random wire there. Not sure what that's for, that can come out. First opportunity to have a look at the handbrake. So you can see this is the old style handbrake. The new ones have one cable that just goes straight back. This one has two. That's cool. Maybe in the comment section you can let us know what era this handbrake is from, because we're still trying to figure out the era of the car. Because the last owner has done stuff to it, but he just put in whatever he fancied. So we don't actually know the true era of the car. We tried to get the VIN numbers checked, but so far no luck. So let us know in the comments which era you think this car's from. So this job turned out to be an absolute pain. We were doing our very best to get these seat brackets off, and to get these seat brackets off proved to be a challenge that was, in my opinion, completely unnecessary, because the only reason why it was a challenge is every single bolt in these seat brackets were a different size on the driver's side. So we had everything from a 10mm all the way up to 15mm between 4 bolts, which was just a pain. And you can see that on the driver's side of this right hand side bracket, the bolts were just so rusted up, so stuck in there, that were next to impossible to get out. So it took quite a few attempts to get these released. Then on the passenger side, again, each one was different, but this time different screws. So we had like for a flat blade screwdriver, we had one for a star screwdriver. It's a bit annoying. You can see the last bolt on the right hand side was impossible to get out. I'm putting all my strength in with as much leverage as you can get in this tiny Mini, and it simply wouldn't budge. Kept using WD-40, kept scratching the rust off, just wasn't having it, no matter how hard we tried. Right, it's pretty late on. We have the doggy to rescue. Because we're doing this in the Middle East, and it's like 40 degrees today, Celsius, I decided to call it quits. I will come back in the morning. Not quits, I'm not a quitter. I'm a let's try again later. Sprayed it with a shit ton of WD-40 in the hopes that it will get looser. It's just so rusted in there. And we'll come back tomorrow, we'll give it another go. Then there's 2 more bolts on that side which are different sizes. On this side, they're Phillips screwdrivers, so lots of fun to come, just for the sake of pulling out a carpet.
So
we can try.
We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning. So, in the end, we managed to get it off. That is both seat brackets, at least on the driver's side, off. Passenger side yet to tackle, haven't we, mate? But it did come at a cost. As you can see, the bolt snapped and has wedged itself in there in my 11mm, and the other half is still in the bottom of the car. Gonna fix it that way, mate. So this bit was one of the slightly easier jobs. It was a case of just moving out the carpet. Thankfully, after all the debacle with the seat brackets not coming off, once they were off, this bit was pretty easy. It was a case of just peeling back the carpet, get it out from underneath the pedals there on the left hand side, and that's it. Easy job, straight out, done. Just take this out if I can. There we go. That is now the state. of the Mini interior. This is the end result of just a little bit of carpet stripping. This is a very bare Mini interior. The main issue is that in these footwells they are absolutely on both sides covered with rust. I think what's happened is there's some like rubber grommets missing. It should be like that. It's like that. And then they've driven through puddles and stuff. And there's a lot of water in, and the water's just been allowed to sit under the carpet. There it is. In the bin.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Sorry it's been so long since our last video, but there is a very exciting reason as to why. We moved house.
We got a new house!
We moved house. Bertie is loving the garden. He's loving just having space to just go outside in the morning. He's just loving it. It's great, isn't it?
So a quick look around the exterior of the house, and then let's get back to building the Mini.
Let's do it. Right, let's head back to the apartment and let's go and pick up the Mini. So we're back at the apartment now. A really nice guy called Raj has just turned up with his low loader. We've loaded the Mini up and let's take it to its new home. Hi.
Welcome home, Mini Cooper.
Welcome home, Mini Cooper.
So here we got my dad, on his hands and knees, working hard, not allowed a holiday in our house. But here he is, getting the rusty bolt out the bottom of the floor. Cheers, Dad.
So, after the busy house move today, start working on the Mini. I think the first job to do is going to finish doing the interior. I need to clean it, so I've got a mop bucket ready. And then we're going to try and tackle the steering wheel and actually put a steering wheel on the car that works. So, let's get started. One thing I will say is I know it looks like I'm using quite a lot of water excessively. Where we are in the Middle East, it is now probably around 6-7 p.m. at night. It gets dark quite early here in the summer and in the winter. And right now it's 37 degrees Celsius. This drying out ain't gonna be an issue. It'll dry probably in a matter of moments, and to be fair, a lot of it is still to come out. So some of this, if it bleaches or whatever, it's all coming out anyway. And then we've got big plans for the interior. That's to come. For now, let's keep cleaning. It's hard to tell on camera because it's completely black in here because it's been painted black. It's coming up really nice. I actually think another scrub of everything and it'll look even better than it does now. The rust on the floor I'm going to have to tackle separately, but just cleaning for now, and it's already looking 1,000 times better than when it was that dusty mess. It's now looking amazing. One of the reasons why I love travelling so much and experiencing new cultures so much and getting to do this in the Middle East is you just get to experience new ways of life, new people. Building a classic car, I imagine here in the Middle East is going to be different to building one back home in the UK. But just to give you an idea, there's a little bit here, a little bit of Arabic newspaper. If anybody reads Arabic, can tell me what that says. Battery's connected. When I say connected, I have plugged it back in. Still yet to find. How do I look? Cool. Still yet to find a graceful way of getting into a Mini. We're going to try to turn it over now. It's in neutral. It's never been in gear. And should be alright actually. Oh. To be fair, if it doesn't start, what I really want to look for more than anything else is a decent fuel flow so it runs if it does start. And I would like to see what the oil does after it's run for a couple minutes. Maybe not a couple minutes because I'm pretty sure the coolant's disappeared because of the broken radiator. So let's see. The floor's almost dry in here, so we'll be able to check the back with that in a sec, so let's see. Go on, girl. Give it a minute. Let's try it. I've got half a tank of fuel. The electrics are on. One thing I can't hear is a fuel pump. There should be a little somewhere, and I can't hear that. But then again, I don't know if it's a suction fed. I'm not sure, so let's see. There's definite change in pitch there. And I can smell fuel now. Don't know if that's a good or a bad sign. This time. Doesn't sound like it's sparking, but there is fuel there. I can smell it. Let's have a look under the engine. So I'm not a mechanic. I just need to stress that. So I'm not sure why it's not starting. I have fuel flow. I started to hear the fuel pump as well, which is a good thing. There is gas going to, or petrol I should say, going to the cylinders. I can smell it. I think the oil levels are all right. The coolant is going to affect the engine start because coolant is to cool the engine after it started, but the engine's not starting. So I think the issue is spark. So let's have a look at the spark plugs. All these are on. Ah, ha, but that's something to do with it. Oh, I heard it make a noise. Right, that's not on, which won't be sending. This is the extent of my knowledge from my research I've been doing. Electric comes from battery into here. This stores that electric, builds it up and sends it out at a bigger spark. I'm going to call it spark so I don't know what the actual words are. Through this wire into our distributor, which then does the timing to fire the sparks one at a time. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders, and then that, I can't remember the name of it now, but that spins in a certain order, which fires these at a certain order depending on the position of the pistons to give you the explosion that pushes the piston back down. Let's see if the engine starts. I can smell fuel, so I think this might just start. Ready? did a thing! And it wasn't just cleaning! Get in there. Let's have a look. She stinks, but she's going. Look, you see what I mean by mouth? That was it. Just that little blue cable there. The little blue negative. It sounds good. It sounds dry. I don't think there's any oil in it, so I ain't going to run this for too long. In fact, I think that'll do. That's good. It's progress. All the cooling system, oh my god, that's so hot. Even just from that little run. All the cooling system, I think is going to need replacing. The radiator has a hole in it and it looks like it's exploded at some point. The fan is on the wrong way around and I've just noticed it's got a broken vane just down at the bottom there, just off the camera. These are absolutely red hot, and I know engines are meant to be hot, but this is like, I could burn my skin if I hold it too much. I'm not going to tackle too many of these issues just yet. The first thing I'm going to do, engine wise, is I'm going to take the carburetor off. I'm going to put on a new throttle cable, a new linkage here. You can see that there's actually the choke cable missing, and all of the throttle linkage just off camera down there is all been sort of bent and broken and snapped into whatever somebody else has needed it to be. I've got the parts, go inside, I'm going to change them. That might be tomorrow's job, we'll see. But for now, let's get back to the interior. So we actually ended up leaving it overnight just to let it dry out, but the end result is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's amazing in here, but it's a hell of a lot cleaner than what it was. Looks clean, that's come up so good. But yeah, we still have all this rust to tackle. We're going to get on to that shortly. But for now, let's get the new steering wheel on. This is one of the first jobs I wanted to do, so we actually have a steering wheel on the car which works, because the one that's on there currently, because the bolts are so rusted, actually comes out. Now, I did make a boob while ordering it, but let me show you the steering wheel first. So my beautiful assistant, gorgeous wife, Katie.
Who's a bit camera shy today, so I'm just going to pass it over.
There you go. Look at that. Now, to say this was only £32, £33, not including postage, I think that is amazing. It's like a thick vinyl, so it feels sporty, very lightweight. This chrome is gorgeous.
It is a very beautiful steering wheel. I quite like it. We'll see how it looks.
And then the boob came because when I ordered it, I thought they were universal, not being a mechanic and anything like that. And we are learning for the first time. And I learned that this doesn't just fit on the Mini. You need a steering wheel boss. So I ended up having to go to Huddersfield Minis Spares, who then sent me this gorgeous steering boss. Came in a little box like that. That's the part number. And what I'll do is I'll link down in the description the links for the parts. And this isn't an advert. I have to stress it's not an advert. This is literally just what we've ordered for the car. And this steering wheel, that's the steering hub for the top.
But it comes with an extra sticker.
It comes with an extra sticker.
So we're going to put that on.
I'll put that on to make it look pretty. So, nuts and bolts, steering boss, gorgeous steering wheel that the dog for sure is going to chew if I leave it on the floor any longer. And yeah, let's get it fitted. That is the finished product, which I think, considering the cost of it, the steering wheel itself only being something like £32, then however much the steering boss was, I know it wasn't expensive. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see it on the car. Right, so first things first, I'm gonna get these bolts off the steering wheel, then this plastic cover should come off, and then the steering wheel itself should come off, and then not fit the steering wheel. So we're gonna get this steering wheel off, get this plastic cover off, get these bolts out, and then have a trip to the shops. Let's start by getting these off. I think this should fit nicely. Yay!
It's off!
It's off! Finally off! Gone, finished. And you can see how sort of where this ring is here is where it's just been slipping within. And these bolts just kept snapping because they're so rusted, so the steering wheel will never sit on straight. But now the main issue is this steering boss that's on the car. I can't get off because I have a bolt big enough, but eventually this will go on. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Where's the cap? Put that the right way up. Yeah, look at that. That looks so much better. That looks
so good.
That looks so good. That actually fits in with the car, with the chrome and the black, and there's the chrome and the black.
Oh, yeah, looks so good.
Well happy with that.
Sorry, we're getting attacked by flies.
Right, to the shops. To the shops to buy a bigger bolt, and so I can get a bigger nut bolt, whatever you want to call it, so I can get this screwed off and get the new one on the car.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
From you getting out of the car.
It's never a smooth process. All right, cut.
Right, so it's the end of the day. We're just trying this before we go to bed. This is crust, and we've been told that using this, we might be able to de-rust that Mikey seat bracket. Now, this is the worst seat bracket out of 4. This was the one that was really, really stuck. To be honest, I think we're going to replace all the seat brackets anyway. But for now, this is an experiment to see if this works. Katie, the beautiful assistant, is going to help out with getting this covered all over. And then if this works, it's probably what we're going to apply to most of the Mini. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's go.
Katie once again did an absolutely amazing job. To pay that job justice, I'm taking a light grit sandpaper just the seat bracket to give it a rub. Let's see how it comes out. After a bit of sanding, and I'm not even using that coarse of, it's like a sanding pad, it's not even that coarse. And you can see it's actually coming out really nice. There's a few spots of, I'm guessing, steel coming out. That's now coming down nice and smooth there, where it was pretty badly beaten up in there. And then this is like some sort of stuff that somebody's welded in there. But yeah, overall it looks really good. So I think it's A-okay to start using some of that stuff on the interior of the Mini, especially the floor. Get it coming up, and I get some sort of stronger sandpaper and some stronger bits to get it cleaned. But considering that I'm only using, you know, basically a paintbrush and what is effectively a sponge with, I mean, you couldn't even file your nails with that, and it's come up like that, and that was the worst bit. So again, this is the before, and this is the after. I think overall that's pretty good. Right, day number 3 on the steering wheel. I can't believe it's taken 3 days, but it has. However, finally got the right size sockets. We're going to get this boss off finally, get the new steering wheel on. So let's do it. Let's go. Right. So, I did manage to loosen it just about with the 33. I don't think any of it actually fits, but this is now only finger tight. 34mm. There you go, future reference, future max. 34mm. Right, that's that off. Now the steering boss should just gently come off. Oh, there you go, look. Even came with its own spare bolt. Excellent. Right, after that palaver, let's get the new steering wheel on. We've double checked, wheels are straight, it's chopped, it's still going to need all its aligning and doing anyway, so this can go roughly straight. This is it, big moment, babe. First upgrade. Get that nice and straight, which it is. Let's put this on. There you go. Giving this a little tighten. It's not loose. It's not bouncing around, it's not wobbling, which is good. That's it. First mini upgrade. First thing we've actually managed to fix. Let's get that in there. If there was a horn. Yeah! Done. Get in there. Look at that, and it turns the wheels. And it works without falling off. Look at that. Yes! First fix, come on. Get in there.
Good morning everyone. So Max is inside, he's building a table for the kitchen. So I popped out, he told me that he'd put some of the curust, I don't know how you pronounce that. Lighting is terrible, there we go. He told me he'd put some of the curust, oh there's a little cat next to me, on the floor of the car to get rid of some of the rust. So in the last video he cleaned it up and it was still really rusty. So let's have a look. Said he did a little square. Let's have a look together. I think he said it was, oh my goodness, wow. Wow, that has come up so good. So, I just can't wait. Right, today, the plan is, once it gets a little bit cooler, let's do some more.
Okay, so I've been set the task of making the Mini Cooper floor look as good as the small patch that we did earlier. So we didn't actually film that, I just wanted to do a small patch to see how it came out. It came out pretty good, you can see straight away the difference between the two, but we have all of this to deal with, all of that to deal with, all of that to deal with, all of this to deal with. Because we're going to need a new one anyway, we get this old dashboard off, get the inside of here cleaned up, and when we come to de-rusting we can do the whole thing at once, hopefully get it painted all at once as well. Right, not a lot of room to work with in here, but I'm going to try and take out the dashboard for the very first time. But we have a decision to make, so you guys in the comments are actually going to get a choice as to what we do for the dashboard. Now, either keep it original and just get a replacement dashboard that looks the same. The general theme of the interior is going to go cream and black, just to let you know. So, either a black dashboard in here, original spec, or I've seen some really cool ones online of carbon fibre versions which I think would look really smart here, or we go really off tilter and try and make our own custom dashboard. Head down to the comments, let us know which one you think is going to be best. Enjoy watching me struggle to try and get this thing out. No idea what I'm doing, let's see how it goes. So I think by the looks of it, it looks like there's a couple bolts at the back here, a couple more here, and all of it comes out as one unit. So what I'm going to do is just get on the floor again and look up inside and see if I need to disconnect the gauges first, or if these will just come out with it. I'm unsure. It looks like it's just got these little spindly things on the back. There's 4 of them. By the looks of it, that means that the dashboard will come out relatively easy. First look at the back of the instrument panel. It's just as dirty as everything else, as you can see. there's a random bulb there, I'm not sure where that's for, it's obviously for one of these. Yeah, that's really good. So, I'm just going to tuck that up there for now. Let's see if we can get the rest of this dashboard out. My beautiful wife, Katie, who's just stood over there watching me sweat. Not coming to lend a hand. No. Nope. You want to come see the inside of a mini dashboard?
Yeah. Looks dusty.
Looks dusty and rusty. What do you think?
I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah, the floors come up really nice there. But I think I'm going to take the dashboard out.
Okay.
And take the roof lining off because I think I've got a sneaking suspicion that the rest of the car also looks like the floor. So we may as well take it all apart, take the roof apart. This sunroof's going to be a pain. And just de-rust everything at once. And if it looks really, really bad, it might be a good idea to send it off to have it done. Alright, that is the last of the mini dashboard out, and you can just see it's quite a simple thing, just a bit of wood, some brackets, just being a bit chewed up over time, but that's about it really. I think overall looks good, but I think out with the old, in with the new, so let us know in the comments which kind of dashboard you'd like to see in the mini.
It's my turn to do a bit of work inside the car. Max has done pretty much all of it up to now, except me taking the seats out ages ago. So I've been instructed very nicely to try and take the door cards out. He's given me some very specific instructions and all the tools I should need to get it off. Here we go. Which bit should I start with, babe?
Start with the door handles first.
This one?
Any of them.
Okay,
Let's see how it goes.
Turn towards it a bit more. Okay, it's magnetic, so it's just finding the other bit at the moment. That is the shortest little screw. Little ditty baby screw. Okay, so I actually moved on from the door opener handle to the handle. There's only 2 screws in this, so it's really easy to get off. One done, now onto the other one. I'm looking very confused about it, but it was very easy. Comes straight off. And there we go. Voila, it is off. Okay, let's move back on to the opener handle. I don't know why the open handle took me so long. You can see in this clip that I'm really trying to get it off, and Max is telling me how to twist it and move it, and I just can't. Should that just come out?
Yeah, just put it towards you.
No. I don't really know how to get this off.
I'll have a look in a sec. Otherwise, just keep trying to pull it towards you. It should slide off.
It should just come to like. No, there's no movement in there.
Oh,
Not like that. That just came straight. Oh.
You got it? Yay!
It's off.
Happy days. Must have just been locked in.
Oh, they painted on it
Okay.
last time, so I think all the paint just got stuck.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, you might have a similar struggle with the window winder.
That's fine. Right,
Try it.
where did the screw for that go? Keep that all together. Now, round the outside?
Nope, window winder first.
Oh, okay.
And we've made sure, haven't we, that the window is in the full down position.
Yes.
So that it doesn't slip or anything and bounce and smash into the door.
Inside the door and then not be able to get it out. Right, let's pop the screw on the floor.
And that's the door. I think that is so cool. The door lock. Keep it.
That just popped off.
Happy days.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Right.
Now let's do all the outside.
where I've got all these screws in.
Again, really teeny weeny screws.
I'm not sure if they're meant to be screwed in or if it's meant to be a clip, so I'll have to do some research.
I think I'd like to get over the screws instead of, you know, just a cap. Just a cap over the top.
That's what I was
Because these
thinking.
are quite nice, these door cards. Once they're cleaned up, I just think a little black cap over the top would look really nice.
Yeah, I think when you get, what's meant to actually be here is a little plastic clip to put on the back side.
With 4 down. Ah, it was just, yeah, that one's a bit longer.
Yeah, I think
to
these
these
just been randomly stuck in there.
Right, shall I go up here to match it off and then...
Feeling left out.
Yeah, why am I doing it with a manual screwdriver?
Don't know, I just thought I'd give you a hint.
Thanks. Let's do that. Let's use electric. Be done in half the time. There you go, look, 10 seconds. Not even 10, 2 seconds. I wonder why that bottom one was so long. Maybe this one will be the same. No, 1 long screw, 8 short screws. Okay, this should,
Yeah!
it's off. Let's see what the behind looks like. Just
It was a bit wet at the bottom there. Yeah.
that would be, there's a little, maybe some water's got stuck in that side pocket.
That's what I think is meant to be on. You see a little clip there? So I think they're meant to just, yeah, there's another one there, look. I think they're meant to just slide into there and then they push into the door. So you're not actually meant to have screws in the door. I think they've just done that aftermarket.
The screws didn't actually, did they go into the, sorry, yes they did.
Yeah, they've just, you can see that they've just drilled into the door where the door card is to stick the door card on instead of using the actual OEM clips. There you go.
I think cleaned up, that looks quite good. Just a bit damp at the bottom. Never mind.
Maybe get some new ones. We'll see. Let's see what the inside of the door looks like.
So, what's this?
Maybe a bit of insulation of some kind.
But it's, interesting. And then,
That's the grease for the window winder.
oh, okay, so
This is it we're in. Where the camera focus. Can't really see it on camera, it's not focusing, but it's a bit of,
loose.
that's the guide for the window. Just loose. So it's not in properly, so the window's not
The window's actually not even,
not in properly.
Not in
Just not in properly. It lifts on, you see this rail here, the window sits in there. Then as you wind up and down, these arms move forward and back, which
Okay.
lifts the window.
right.
But that's why it's been a bit of a pain to lift up and down, because I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's
That's
just not gliding up and down the side panel things.
There you go, that's one door cut off.
We took the door card off and then we thought, let's just put all these screws back in place so we don't lose them. So I just slotted that on. I know that's upside down, but it's at least just out of the way. And then went to go put this on, and we saw that they've just drilled some really random holes. So usually the handle would go like maybe here, like this. So there is some holes there that maybe that potentially would fit in, but for some reason they've drilled through the window, like into the mechanism there, which is really random. But so I don't really know what to do with this now. What should we do with this?
I think for now we'll leave it off the car.
Okay.
We'll carry on, and then when it comes to putting the interior back together, we'll tackle it then. But
See
I'm just
what
hoping
we-
it means we won't need a new window winding mechanism. But maybe let us know in the comments below.
Yeah,
Is that
please.
something that we need to replace now? Or is it something that we don't have to worry about?
Is this a problem that we've drilled into this? Can we maybe put handles
We
here
haven't
again?
drilled into it.
No,
To stress
we
that.
haven't. But this has been drilled into. Or should we put the handle here? Where would it normally go? Let us know.
I think on the Mini Coopers it goes here, like across here on the door card, obviously on the outside of the door card.
Here and here.
But yeah, for some reason they've drilled a hole into the window winding mechanism. So I don't know if we need a new one now
You
or
can
not.
see that they sort of did one and then thought, oh no, that's in the wrong place. And then drilled the other one. Never
Amazing.
mind. Never
Beautiful
mind. I'm
work.
sure we'll do random DIY stuff, but maybe not into something like that.
Let's try and make it, oh yeah.
Right,
Cool.
let's put these back in. What this?
What's that one? Yeah, that needs to go back on.
Window winder.
Yeah, needs to go back on so we can wind up the window.
On.
On.
Or loosely
On.
On. Thank you.
Yeah, look at that.
Needs a bit of a clean. This is really
That's
random. This
random.
very hairy stuff.
Yeah. Maybe it's some sort of just to stop that rubbing.
Maybe it rattled. Maybe when you drove along it was like doing this.
Maybe. So they've stuffed it. I don't know what that's for. Oh, that's for the door opening mechanism. Okay.
Right,
Just
that's on.
Hold it tight and tighten it up.
Okay.
And hold the handle and tighten it up. So as tight as it goes.
Oh, it's going tighter.
Perfect.
There we go.
Cool. Try winding the window, see how it works. You see when you wind the window, it moves those bars. You can see now, look, that it's stuck on the window guide is there, look.
It should be tucked in next to it,
And
shouldn't
that's
it?
why it's coming up all scratched, I reckon, because that's just rubbing up and down there.
And then, whee!
See?
Oh, it's just...
There you go, I can see it better now. That, I think, is meant to be somewhere in there.
It opens. Sort of. And closes.
But I reckon that's why that glass is so scratched. Oh, hi there.
Careful. Right, let's do the other one.
So Katie did such an amazing job on the other side. I decided to have a go on this side. See if I can do as good of a job. So let's go, let's get it. Although this time I am cheating.
So soft where the seasons flow. We met where the stars take their flight. Every moment with you
This one
is just right.
is a completely different winder to the other side.
Interesting.
So the other one had like a slotted part which only could go in one direction, and this one it's a actual, almost like a geared wheel and actually different to the other side. The size of these screws just to put a door card on. It's ridiculous. Right.
You love's where I reside.
Alright. Check that out, and there you go. This door card is now off. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of damp damage here. There's quite a lot of water's got in there. So I would say more than likely
In the bin.
that is probably from the fact that these seals, they've just dried out, so they've cracked and they've split. Water's obviously got in them. I don't think the seals on these windows are very good. So I think when the car's been washed, it's running down the back.
What's the window winder like? The window guide like in these ones? This side. You can see is me.
And this side it's filled with newspaper and masking tape. Why is it filled with newspaper and masking tape?
And there doesn't look to be any grease on this side.
No. This window seems to be going up and down smoother, but there's actually no rubber guide in here. So there's no rubber seal around the window, hence probably why the water's been able to get in. And there's no rubber seal on the inside here either. So we need a new rubber seal for the inside of this window for it to work properly, but the mechanism is working great. So that would be in its full position if it had the rubber seal going around. But overall, this door seems the better out of the two. The window mechanism is a bit smoother.
They
haven't drilled into this one.
No,
which is a good thing.
interesting.
But then I think the handle might go here, look.
Yeah.
Like the
Well,
OEM
yeah,
handle
because
might
there
go
isn't
there.
the diagonal one on this door either. And then let's have a look at this door seal here that you were talking about.
Yeah, it's just a bit dry. I imagine
there's
that means
dust and
it's
the
leaked,
sand.
and you can see that it's only just sort of pressed in. It's not even on. Good.
So that's another job.
Another job. New seals, not too bad. They're easy to get hold of, and they're easy things to fix. So new seals around the windows and the door, the window here and the door, and that's it. I'm going to put this back together now, so we have a working door. And then all is good. We can move on to cleaning the rest of the interior and then getting the roof lining stripped.
Okay.
Cool, done. One more job done.
Another funny moment of him trying to get out of the Mini.
I'm more flexible now. Lots of stretching to get in and out of this Mini, so I'm more flexible. Hi, you join me in the back of the Mini Cooper where I'm going to attempt to remove the parcel shelf, which, if I'm honest, doesn't seem too difficult because I think it's just been glued down. So, I'm just going to turn around and pull at it, I think is going to be the best way. I think it's just glued into these corners. So, flathead screwdriver, I'm just going to pry it away in such a way that I don't crack the window or anything. This just looks like an MDF board covered in a bit of pleather. You see that?
Yeah, let me.
There we go. And that is the old parcel shelf out, and look, again, water damage here, where it's all sucked into the MDF. So it's a good thing we took that out, really. Did a right botch job getting these open. Look how jagged they are. Whoever's decided they wanted speakers in the back parcel shelf has, I think, maybe used the butter knife to cut these holes open. These jaggedy, I think what they've done is taken a drill bit and just done holes all the way around and then smashed it through. So got those to just tidy up a little bit, because I think we'll want speakers in the back, won't we, in the end? You want speakers?
I think so.
Yeah. So,
It's such a good angle.
so we'll get them cleaned up. We might be able to use that, but we definitely won't be able to reuse this with all this water damage, and now it's broken. It's broken because it was water damage, so yeah. But that's one more piece
For the bin.
for the bin.
Just flapping away. Oh, sorry.
The last door card to come off, I think again is going to need replacing, because I can already see that there's water damage on this bit of lining here. And in order to fit this door card, whoever's put it in before just decided to staple it on. So just going to remove this staple, just like that, and then this should come out. So I'm going to staple this particular door card in. They've sort of pried it up as it should be, but then stapled it in really odd position, so I'm just trying to figure out where the staples are. Okay, definitely not reusing that anymore. Woo! There you go. That's the last of the door cards and body cards and side cards gone. Got the car safely jacked up in the air now. First thing I'm going to tackle is the rust. Second thing I'm going to tackle is the paint. And then third thing is just going to be to clean all the inside all of this wiring, all of this dustiness is to come out, and then we can finally tackle the roof lining. But first things first, I want to start tackling some of this rust. To do that, going back to our handy crust, just there, and we've got some pretty normal solvent paint remover and this little wire wheel, and helps to get some of that rust up. And trusty paintbrush. Let's get cracking. Alright, really sorry about that. Our OG camera overheated, so I've switched to the backup phone camera. And now this is the Mini interior. So all I've done is gone around with Q Rust. No idea if that's how you pronounce it, crust. And absolutely, on this side was really bad, so I've just coated it basically. And we're going to leave it now, a few hours, let it dry, see how it turns up. After that, I'm going to carry on with the paint remover. I'm going to get the paint remover all around here because you can see on that side how well it came up. So get the paint remover, I'm going to get something to protect the new steering wheel. Maybe some paint remover on there, and then wire wheel it all the way down so it comes out like that. See how it looks. If it's looking like it still needs a sand, I'll get a sander and get all of the floor done. I wanted to show you this, and this is the reason why I think that this car is going to have to go to a professional to get welded and sorted and everything else. There's a couple of things under the bonnet, which I'll show you in a sec, if I can. But the main thing is this floor. Now this floor has been beaten, it's been bent, it looks like it's been pushed up from underneath where people have not jacked it in the right place. For these classic Minis, you can only really use the subframes to jack them. You can't use the floor because they just bend, there's only thin little steel. But I'll show you exactly what I mean right now. And it's just in here, and you can see that these are the bolt holes, and they're looking a bit better because I've Q-rusted them. Q-rust. And in here you can see, oh, it's not even attached, is it? But the idea of these holes is these are like, I think these are where the engine mounts come in. Well, definitely something mounts them, but they're all sort of perished, and around this one there's actually metal missing from around it. So I think I'm going to need a professional welder to come and fix a lot of this. I don't know how to do it, and I definitely don't have the facilities to do it in the new house. There's also all of this is starting to come away, so let me know in the comment section below, what do I do? Because I actually don't have a clue. Do I take it to a professional shop? Is this something that I can fix myself? Now, when I say I have no welding skills, I don't even know what a welding gun looks like. So I'm thinking professionals. And let me know about this. Do I need a new one? Because I think I can rescue it. I mean, that's coming up pretty well, but I don't know about how these welds are or anything like that. I need a professional to tell me, really. If so, I'm gonna have to order one. So let me know, and I'll just show you under the bonnet. So just come around to the bonnet. Oh, what's that? I'll just move that out the way. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen in the videos that we are actually wearing branded t-shirts, branded logos, and just a little fun clip to show you the branded mug. Unfortunately, that is not much for sale. That is a situation where I couldn't sleep at night, got a bit bored, found a really fun website where you can make this kind of stuff, and went a little bit crazy. So we have a bunch of t-shirts, bunch of mugs. But let me know what you think of the new logo, and if you like that kind of thing, that kind of creation,
I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the new t-shirts. And yeah, I'm gonna try maybe one day have merch. Let's see how this goes. Shameful plug of the new logo and mugs and t-shirts out of the way. Just a little bit of fun, just something I got creative with. But you never know, in the future we might be selling that kind of thing. So stay tuned and let's see how this channel goes. But for now, just wanted to get back to some of the rustier parts of the Mini, and the main bit I wanted just to point out was just down there. You can sort of see, if I can get my hands in, that these, I don't know if this is meant to be like that or if this body panel's been pushed away or anything like that. That's the subframe there, and I'm not sure if that's meant to be bent, if it's meant to be about like that. If you could let me know down in the comments, that'd be a really big help. But that's the overall condition of the engine. So I just thought I'd give you a good look around. I've got this little thing to put on. That goes on the back of there. So the spring just isn't loose like that on the back of the, I think that's the servo. And that is our classic Mini engine. The little upgrade I did was just to put a new dipstick in because the other one kept falling off. And that's it. Need to tackle the radiator, the fan, the coolant hoses, all that needs to come out and get changed. Need to tackle these, get these cleaned up, get the whole engine bay cleaned up really. But thankfully the engine runs okay, 50-50. Depends how hot the engine is when you try to start it, and with this kind of weather in the Middle East, frigging thing's always hot. So let's see. Gonna keep going. Let's check back in with the interior. Alright, little progress update. Just while everything's on charge, the camera overheated again. So back to the phone camera. I'm not surprised though with how hot it is. But so far, got this all sanded down, filed down, all the bits of paint, rust, everything off. All the bad bits of rust is off. It's looking really good now. I know it doesn't look clean, but it's just to be cleaned. All this is done, all the rust patch is gone. Just gonna spray it with the primer now, the rust protective primer. I think basically it just, once you painted it on there, it's gonna stop rust from coming. And for now I just got little grommets that can go into these holes to stop any further water seeping in. But apart from that, all the patches of rust is gone. It needs a clean, but it's gone. So I've decided to divide it up into basically squares and try to do each bit. So this square is the first one. This one's coming along nicely, but it's taking its sweet time because that footwell was the worst by far. So just taking my time with that one, making sure we get it right, make sure we knock off all the rust on its head. But again, these patches are coming up really good. Again, just needs a clean. So I'm going to give this a quick bit of soapy water, dry it out, and then we're good to go for a bit of paint and primer paint. Let me show you the primer paint. So it's Rust-Oleum. This is not an advert, this is literally just what I can get out here from the hardware shops, and it's basically designed to just stop rust coming back, and this is a gloss black just to go with the bottom of the car that's already black. And to show you how well this actually works, here's what I did earlier, Blue Peter moment. Just the patches of rust that are in the bottom of that bench there, all come out really nicely. I'm really happy with that. Almost as if it was never rust before. Ignore that bit, that is just a reflection of the sunshine from this camera angle. But yeah, that looks really good. There big patches of rust sat in the bottom there, all gone. Same concept, getting these little wire wheels, getting it all scraped down to pretty much that level, and then spraying it with a bit of that. Look at that, like brand new. I didn't need to do any of that in the end, which is quite good. The parcel shelf came out really clean. So that saved me a bit of time. Those boxes
we can't decide if it looks better in black or cream to match the colour of the car. We're undecided, hence why we just sort of sprayed that a little bit. But let me know in the comments which one you prefer. But for now, we get back to cleaning this, get this sprayed, and then we're pretty much done in that square. Then it's that square, then it's that square, and finally finishing with that square. Or I might do that one next. So it might be that one, come back to this one once the batteries are charged up, and then that one. And that'd be the interior done. It's a case of finish that rail, scrape it all down, and we are finished on the interior for the de-rusting and painting. Finally. Alright, and that is the end result of the scraping and the de-rusting for the back half. I've decided, yeah, to split it into two halves, so using the beam as the middle point. The bench is already done, that looks really good. The floor, now all it needs is the spray paint, the no more rust paint, I'm going to call it from now on. So I don't know what it's actually called. Paint all the bottom of the floor, paint all the inside, everything all around here. I think that's going to look really good. At least it's primed, it's not going to rust anymore. Regardless of what we decide to do next with the car, whether we take it to a professional to get it done properly, clean, it's just going to stop the rust for now. I'm really, really happy. Thankfully, this side didn't need much work doing because, apart from the two grommets that I've actually taken out myself, all the grommets are still in this side. So this side didn't really get any water damage, which you can tell because I've only had to do a little bit of the beam there in the middle. But apart from that, it's all good. It's all clean, it's all dry now. Really happy with that side. And once all that's dry, unfortunately it takes 24 hours, so I'll come back in the morning. Once all that's dry, I'm gonna finish the beam, finish the front foot wells, and then the cross member here will be the last thing to do. But yeah, all done, dead happy. We are back, and welcome back to Max and Katie Build Cars. This is part 2, where we're gonna get the interior of this Mini from looking like this into an interior that looks a bit cleaner, like this. Yeah, it's just a case of I'm going to keep scraping. I just got that side to tidy up, which out of the two sides is pretty much the easier of the two sides. You can pretty much see that there's not much rust there. A lot of that is just, well, dirt from scraping all of this really. So get the dirt cleaned up, I'll see what bad bits of rust are to do. Get it scraped and get it looking sort of similar level to this. Then clean both sides with a bit of soapy water and spray it, and hopefully get it coming out looking like the rest of that. Alright, and that is the end result of the scraping and the de-rusting for the back half. I've decided, yeah, to split it into two halves, so using the beam as the middle point. The bench is already done, that looks really good. The floor, now all it needs is the spray paint, the no more rust paint, I'm going to call it from now on, because I don't know what it's actually called. Paint all the bottom of the floor, paint all the inside, everything all around here. I think that's going to look really good. At least it's primed, it's not going to rust anymore. So I'm going to take the all rust sprayer and start with just getting it all into the creases, just around the edges first, and then making sure I get a good covering across the whole floor plan. Just to make sure I get every nook and crevice, all the little scratches, everything filled in. Same on the other side, getting into the creases first, going around all the floor, making sure that all the bits of exposed metal are definitely covered, and then just to make sure the whole area is covered with the no rust paint. Alright, and that is the end result, just applied. It all looks tacky and a bit, but once it dries it does go like that. And I think it'll look really, really smart. I'm sure there'll be little imperfections. I'll run around and smarten it all up as I go. But for now, it needs 24 hours before we can really do anything else. So we'll check in about 8 AM tomorrow morning, see how it's dried, see if there's any patches that we missed, see if there's anything that needs tidying up. And then we will move on to the front of the car, which I think is the bigger of the two jobs, to be honest. We still need to scrape all that out, The parcel shelf itself is already black. It's already looking good. Underneath there's no rust, there's no joints. It's just a bit dusty in there from being sat outside. But clean that up, get that finished, and that will be pretty much the interior done. Then we'll assess whether or not we need to get any professional help, and I'll show you why. So in here, you can sort of see, I think this is the sill, and just underneath there, where my finger is going, I think there's a hole that comes out just underneath the car there, and I think that means that all of this is starting to pull away. I don't think I can tackle a problem like that with what I've got here. I think that needs to get sent somewhere professional. So, but for now, we'll continue tomorrow to get the front of this looking as good as the back of this. Get it all finished, done, cleaned up. One of the big problems at the front of the car is you can see here, this bubbling up stuff. That's not actually paint, that's the glue that they use to glue the carpet down. It's like tar, it's set like tar, and God, it's hard to get off. But yeah, so far, I think we're making really good progress, finally. Yeah, absolutely smashing it with the progress, really happy with how things are going. And to make sure that we get the paint to stick, I'm just prepping the area now, getting the rest of that tire off, and there we go, ready for paint. So this is it, final day of the interior of the Mini. We're gonna, quite simply, get the front to look as good as the back, and we can finally move on. We can finally start doing things to the engine, to the gearbox, to the drive shafts, to whatever, as long as it's not interior related, because I'm so bored of the interior. Couple of little jobs still to go. I'll be honest, I still haven't done the roof lining. Just is what it is. And I need to clean up the chairs, take the old leather off, clean up the frames, get them painted, get them looking good, make sure that they fit in with the theme of the car, and then that'll be part 2 complete of the interior. Then we can finally move on. And I need your thoughts and feedback on what you think of the interior, what we did well, what we didn't do so well. Let me know if we're missing anything important, please. Yeah, so head down to the comments, and then that way you can get involved and help us out. Let us know if we missed anything, let us know if there's anything you would have done differently. But right now what I'm doing is basically taking the sander that I borrowed from my friend Sergio, so thanks Sergio, really appreciate that. And I'm going around the bottom of the car now, just prepping the last of the surfaces, making sure it's nice and smooth, ready for the rest of the paint to go on, especially in the front footwells where, as you know, the rust was super bad. So now getting the rest of the interior of the car just polished up, sanded down, nice and smooth, make it even. That's it. Okay, that is the floor all cleaned up, washed up, scrubbed up. I know it doesn't look like much, but it is completely rust free. All in this area, all down here, all down here. Super happy with that. Got the rail nice and cleaned up and sanded down to even. Like I know these bit of red patches still, but it's even, it's all sanded down. Same here, all the way across. And it is pretty much, I know it's a bit brown and mucky still, but it is pretty much done. It is ready for paint. It is just drying. And that will be job done on the Mini floor. Okay, so big reveal tomorrow. We'll let it dry overnight and then we'll see how it looks. But Katie's just seen it for the first time, so what did you think, Katie?
It looks really good.
Yeah?
It looks brand new.
Brand new?
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, really happy.
It's a bit rough, and I'll have to explain myself in the morning when we see it in the daytime. But, what do you think?
It looks good.
Yeah?
It looks really good.
Yeah? Happy?
Yeah, really happy.
Happy?
So
At least now we can move on to doing like some of the fun stuff like the engine, the brakes, the suspension, the subframes, the everything else.
Seats
Everything.
are my favourite bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can't wait. Can't wait. But for now,
Dinner time.
dinner time. Alright, it is the next morning after the painting. I am over the moon with this, and it's not perfect, but for what we were trying to achieve, it's ideal, which is basically to get the rust stopped. So let me show you. As you've already seen, you can see how well these benches and the floor came out. But what I'm really happy with is that. So you can see how well this came out after a bit of sanding. It's almost like mirror finish. I'm really happy with that. The floors are all protected. This rail in the middle came out super nice. Really happy with that. As you can probably tell, I actually ran out of black paint, so this bit we just sprayed with the cream. I'll correct that. It's not a problem. I will correct that. It's just because I ran out of black paint, but we needed to get this sprayed because we needed to protect it from rust to make sure it didn't rust again. But you can see on that side it came out really nicely. Just the firewall left to do once I get some more black paint. But considering the morning after and this, oh, it's so good. I'm really happy with all of that. Chuffed to bits with the results, especially in the back. I mean, I think the back is definitely the better of the two. So here we go, let's do some befores. Okay, so the floor is, I think, pretty good right now. And yes, okay, I need to sort out the fact that it's different patches of colours. I'll sort that out, it's no problem. But considering that I am not a mechanic, I've never done anything like this before, and to get the Mini to this stage, just me and Katie, with zero mechanical skills, I am over the moon. And the floor looks just fantastic. I'm really happy with it. So that's it for now. For the interior at least, we've got that done, and now it means we can start moving on to, in my opinion, some of the more fun things like tackling the engine, tackling the wheels, and I think what's going to be really fun is doing an oil change. I know for a fact Katie hasn't done an oil change, so I might make Katie do it. And then we can have a bit of fun watching Katie do it. I think she'll do an amazing job, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be fun. It's always fun watching somebody do it for the first time. But there you go. That is now the Mini interior, pretty much complete. Really happy with it, and considering with the only knowledge I've had to rebuild this is just whatever I found online, through YouTube, doing research, reading the Mini manuals. I'm over the moon. I am actually over the moon. The car is still going to go to the body shop and get checked over by professionals, and there's definitely some welding to fix the hole in the floor that still needs doing, but for now I'm happy, really happy. And it's stopped it from rusting. It will stop it from rusting. That was the #1 goal. That's it. The only reason why I haven't shown you the boot as well, just let me explain, is because actually the boot was one of the few things on this car that didn't need any attention. We literally cleaned it. We scraped out all the dust, all the bits and bobs that were in there, just scraped it out, give it a clean. Immaculate. Not a spot of rust, not even scratch paint, nothing. Really happy with that. Just some like little finicky bits when we come to start finishing the car. It needs a new battery cover and, you know, a new boot line and stuff like that, but that sort of stuff isn't that important right now. The main important thing is getting this Mini running now, at least even just so we could drive it to the body shop. The first thing that we need to do is change all the fluids, and then the second thing we need to do is I am going to get a new radiator on the car because of this. So yeah, this is why I think it needs a new radiator. You can see here that at some point it's had an explosion, it's overheated, and I think it's had a new bonnet because I think at some point this has popped off, hit the bonnet and made a mess of everything in here. You can see that actually this fan blade, or one of the fan blades somewhere on there, is actually snapped, and they've just sort of glued it back together so it's all wobbly. And one of the main reasons why this car probably did overheat, ignoring the very high temperatures that we get out here, but I think it's because this radiator seems to have either been botched together, or I don't know if this is how it came in factory. I wouldn't imagine so. Thankfully the radiator bracket seems okay. This I'm going to change just because I don't know how corroded these bolts are going to be and such things. So I got a new one of them. But yeah, the main reason why this will have overheated, the main reason is going to be, I don't know if you can see that, but those vanes there on the inside, which basically means this fan is on backwards. And yes, that would have been the right orientation if the engine was mounted this way. So traditionally speaking, I think this engine was also on the MGs, and the Series 8 engine would normally be mounted like this. And what that means is that fan would push cooling fresh air across the engine like this. On a Mini, in order to save space, instead of having the engine lengthways, it was turned 90 degrees and mounted sideways. But what that means is the fan could no longer push air this way, because all you're doing is getting hot air from the engine and pushing it back towards the engine. So the fans were actually turned 180 degrees, so put on backwards. What actually happens is fresh air would come in through the front, collect in here, get heated up by the engine, and then sucked into the radiator by the fan. So the air would literally just get sucked straight that way into the radiator, and that's what will cool the engine. I definitely had some cooling issues with this radiator, and as a result, at some point, it definitely exploded out. Also, I can't get it on the camera, I really tried, but I think there's a hole in the bottom of this radiator. So I think one of the first jobs we're going to have to do on this engine is to basically change the whole cooling system. To do that, new thermostat going on, new thermostat housing. I've got all new hoses, new radiator, new fan, and you get the joys of watching me tear my knuckles off. Also in this engine bay, what we're going to have to do is start moving on to some of the more general maintenance first, and then probably a bit more into the depths. Unfortunately, we're going to need a new rocker cover and new oil cap that's completely perished. All the things like the brackets and stuff just need a clean. There's no rust here, which I'm quite thankful for. The engine looks a bit naff, but again, I think it's just needs a clean. Each one of these leads, I've got all new leads coming. Each one of these leads, the patterns unfortunately are a bit worn off, but when I googled them, it's something like that one's from a Honda, that one's from a Nissan, that one's from a Mercedes, and this one is actually from a van. So all new HD leads going on, that's coming soon. And the next biggest job I think on the Mini is a new wiring harness. Now this wiring harness has been pulled apart, it's been chewed up, it's been sliced open, it's been everything that you don't want a wiring harness to be really, in order to make stuff work over time. So I think what I'm going to do is to make my life a bit easier, is literally just to go around the car, label it all up with the different points of the wiring harness and take it all apart. Then in order to get the car running properly, you can see here, if I just zoom in, you can see how chewed up and mashed up that has been. The one on the right, the pulley on the right, is where a choke cable should be, which attaches into that hole there and then eventually goes into the car, which is completely missing. And you can see how mashed up that throttle linkage, I think it's called, has become. And that's one of the main reasons why we get the sticky throttle, is because that just gets stuck, because that tiny little spring is definitely not enough. But yeah, the next job is to get all this cleaned up. I'm going to take the carburetor off and do my first ever carburetor service, where I basically pull it apart, re-oil it, put it back together. That's where I'll fix a lot of these things, put it back on. And I think eventually in the long run I would like to take the engine out, just so I can get it cleaned up properly, make sure everything's working in detail, which will be fun, because I've never ever done that. So all I can say is, let's just keep going, one job at a time, and then slowly over time, we will be able to get this car running again. But for now, what we need to do is just get it to a point where it can run for a certain distance of time, just so we can get it to the body shop without it overheating. If not, I'll just have to get a trailer. But in order to do that, new throttle cable needs to go on, then new cooling system, all new fluids. I think then the car pretty much is drivable, apart from the fact that the front number plate fell off. So I'll have to figure that one out. But for now, that's it.